You just bought a brand new med spa device. You invested $50, $100, maybe even $150,000 in a new device. And not only do you want to make sure that you are covering your lease payment, but you start making money quickly off of this new investment. Or worse yet, maybe you are someone that had invested a lot of money in a med spa device and it's in the closet. It's used to stack towels on or even coats on in your med spa, which is the absolute worst. So I am so excited to be sharing with you my 4 steps to paying off your med spa device. Let's go. The sooner you properly implement all 4 steps that I'm about to share with you, the faster you will be able to pay off your device. Ideally, you implement all 4 steps in about a 4 to 6 week time period, but that takes strategy, organization, and delegation to be able to do it. But it's absolutely possible. So let's jump in to step number 1. Which is your pre-launch, or if you're someone that has had a device for a while and you're really ready to start using it, maybe it's your relaunch. Step number 1, pre-launch or relaunch. This is where you want to build excitement, hype, and anticipation with your patients and your audience. You're going to be doing teaser videos, unboxing, training, contesting, staff treatments, to build a lot of excitement. This is also where you're going to be creating your video content to use on your website, your social media, your email campaigns, and also, here's the big one, your follow-up campaigns. That is a real game changer for so many practices. Some of the creatives that you're going to be utilizing is why do you love this device? Why you chose this device? What you can expect during the treatment or the consultation, addressing the question of how much does it cost? Having patients or providers giving testimonials, creating an offer video with a specific call to action. And of course, checking all the boxes in that shot list of taking those images and B-rolls to utilize on all the platforms. You're gonna have access to utilize, of course, social media, email, texting, display banners, website pop-ups, add it to your service page, have a pre-sale or maybe a model call. This is all part of your pre-launch or your relaunch. Step number 2 through 4 is going to vary based on if you are an established med spa or if you are what I call a non-established med spa. Now, the execution for each of the steps 2 through 4, the process doesn't really change. It's just the order in which you execute is going to be determined whether, again, you're established or non-established. So here's how you determine where you fall. So an established med spa has a strong, loyal patient database, a solid consultation process, and really an ascension or sales model for patients. What I mean by that is not just one and done a la carte treatment plans, but you have packages created, comprehensive treatment plans, maintenance plans, skincare complemented to that with your membership. And you really have that organized, established, and your team is well trained and versed in that. And you have a strong brand authority in your marketplace. Just because you might have a patient database of 10,000 because you've been doing this for 10 or 20 years, but you've jumped from one med spa to another, or you have renamed your business a few times, or half of your patient database is for a completely separate, maybe medical practice or dental practice, right? So make sure that when I say a strong, loyal patient database, it's your ideal target demographic. Now, a non-established med spa would be a brand new med spa, and you have little to no database. You have a poor organic following. You don't have your own social proof or reviews, and you have a very small patient database. That would be considered a non-established med spa. At the end of this video, I'm going to share the order of the steps for a non-established med spa, but I'm going to complete this training as if you are an established med spa and share that order of steps. So step number 2 is to have a sales event. In essence, you are going to practice on people that, for the most part, know, like, and trust you. Now, notice I said sales event. I said sales event, guys. I didn't say an open house or a wine and dine experience, but a true sales event that focuses on a consultative approach and gives the patient the opportunity to take advantage of event-only pricing or added value. I'm not going to go into all the ins and outs of an effective sales event because the purpose of this training is to give you the high-level overview of all 4 steps to paying off your device, or at least getting it making money for you quickly. But this is an important one that I'm sharing with you, and I'm actually going to share with you how you can launch that baby with $30, $40, $50,000+ in a sales event is absolutely manageable with my free med spa sales event training guide. It's over 50 pages of checklists, agendas, instructions, KPIs, and my proprietary blueprint to save you time, make you money, plus take all the overwhelm of executing a profitable sales event. And I'm going to be following up with this training by giving you that free training. That is my gift to you because I want you to be wildly successful. So step number 2 is a sales event. Step number 3 is an evergreen webinar. This is not just making a recording, shooting a video, and putting it on YouTube or posting it on Facebook. No. That is not what an evergreen webinar is. The benefits of a webinar is that instead of speaking one-on-one, you can speak one to many. So it could save you a lot of time. And even if they eventually come and still need that consultation, you're going to move them closer to the point of purchase and making a commitment to you if they can experience your evergreen webinar before ever scheduling their appointment. And patients really like this because they can watch from the privacy of their own home. And there's no restrictions on what you can or cannot say, so that you can put all the social proof that you want in there. You can talk about touchy subjects like intimacy or sexual wellness, right? Without having to worry about getting in trouble or getting rejected by social media. And this really positions you as the expert and the thought leader in your local market to address the question that they could have prior to really being comfortable or ready to scheduling an appointment. And this is a great free qualifier that's going to increase your close rate once they come in off of your webinar. So just to give you kind of a quick overview of the components of a webinar that's going to bring patients in on autopilot and really work potentially for years to come for you, and by just creating and doing the work once, is you have a landing page or registration page, right? This is your gated entry for the patient to be able to view the webinar or the video, right? This is where they're going to put their contact information to opt in to be able to watch the webinar. So once they opt in, then they're going to be able to go to the webinar broadcast or the video, right? And then here's the kicker. You have to automate the follow-up. Now, of course, there's some pieces that you don't and shouldn't take away from humans, right? But there's so much of the follow-up process where you hit them with frequency and consistency that should and could be absolutely automated. So those that attended the webinar should receive reminders to take action, make it super easy for them to schedule a consultation and to buy from you. Right? These emails are going to continue, and text messages will continue to offer value, build trust, and overcome common questions and objections, and give them that social proof that gives them the confidence to be like, this is what I want, this is what I need, I am going to get this treatment, right? Step number 3 is an evergreen webinar for an established med spa. Now, the final step in the 4-step process to paying off your device is paid ads. This is where you will utilize paid traffic like Facebook, Instagram, AdWords, right? To be able to build and attract a new audience to opt in to this great new treatment and service. So they see your ad on Facebook, they click on it, which drives them to a landing page where, again, they opt in, request an appointment, they're sent to a thank you page, and then boom, begins the follow-up process to track the patient journey from start to finish, so that if they don't get to the finish automatically or quickly on their own, you have an automated system to continue to follow up with them. Because research shows it takes 8 to 10 touch points to convert a lead to an actual patient that shows up and pays, right? And so you don't want your team doing the chasing to achieve those 8 to 10 touch points. Probably 6 or 7 of those touch points can be utilized with automation and technology so that your team can focus on that group of patients that just have one more question or just need that one personal follow-up phone call to move them to schedule and to show up. So let technology do a lot of the chasing for you. Those are my 4 steps. So in review, you have step number 1, your pre-launch or your relaunch, which is going to build a lot of excitement in your med spa and on all of your channels. The second is you're going to have a big sales event, not an open house, not a party, but a sales event, right? And you're going to test your offer on people that already know, like, and trust you, and gain a lot of excitement and momentum in one evening with your staff and your VIP and your first mover action when it comes to your patients that want to be the first to do anything and everything with you. Step number 3 is that you're going to take the assets that you built for your sales event and you're going to record that in real time during your event, and boom, convert that into an evergreen webinar that is going to continue to work for you months and years to come. It's so powerful, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? You're already creating all of what you are going to need in your pre-launch or relaunch and in your sales event. So now we're going to convert that into your evergreen webinar and also into your step number 4, your paid ad campaigns. You guys, this is so awesome. This is so exciting. I cannot wait for you to launch these 4 steps. And it all really can be done as quickly as a 4 to 6 week time period. But on average, to be realistic, right? Because this isn't the only things that you have going on. It can take more time than just 4 to 6 weeks. And that's okay. I always say, like, the goal is always to do as much as you can and really just to make sure that you're getting a little bit better every week, every month, every quarter. And before you know it, you are going to be built a marketing machine that gets you new patients on autopilot. And that's when you're going to be able to consistently grow and scale your med spa. Now, some of the common challenges that just how fast you're able to pay off your device or drive new patients in are some of these things. So first off is it kind of sucks if your staff doesn't have buy-in. If your staff is not a real believer in the new device that you purchased. So that's a really important piece that you want to make sure that you have buy-in. Some of that is just getting your staff to experience the treatment themselves. If this is a treatment that requires a series of 3 or a series of 6, make sure that they complete the protocol. There's nothing worse than just like trying it once, not completing the protocol, so that when they're asked, oh, what was your experience with the treatment? They're like, it was good, it was nice, but they didn't treat to complete, and so they didn't have a great experience. So you want to make sure your staff are believers that you treat to complete. Now, if your team isn't properly educated and trained and they're not able to express the pain points and problems that this treatment is going to address and solve, they're going to have a difficult time recommending this to patients. Also, if you don't have a well-orchestrated patient journey and ascension model for your sales process or consultation process, they're also going to struggle, right? Is this into a package, maintenance program, membership? What skincare goes with it? All the ins and outs. What do you downsell? What do you upsell to? You have to be able to not recommend an a la carte one and done treatment plan, but really a comprehensive approach. And you better be ready and willing to offer patient financing. That's when you're going to close $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 package treatment plans when you make financing a part of the consultation process. Because I was just doing the numbers the other day with a client where they had a $4,500 package. And they're like, this is great value. This is so great. And I was like, well, what's the financing on it? And they're like, oh, you will offer it if they ask for it. I was like, no. Even when a woman can pay for it, it's still really good to offer financing because then it becomes a no-brainer decision, right? So in my example, $4,500 versus a 6-month payment plan at $640 a month, or a 1-year payment plan at $375 a month, right? $4,500, $375 a month, 0% financing. Like, I don't even have to tell my husband what that monthly financing charge. Great, sold, I'm in, right? But if I have to explain that $4,500 charge on my credit card, I don't know if I want to hear about it, kind of thing. So make sure that you are presenting your financing options in the consultation room. So those are my 4 steps and common challenges to really making sure that you hit the ground running with your med spa device, that whether it's brand new or it's been sitting in the closet. Let's get that baby firing. Remember, I said I'm going to be giving you my free med spa sales event blueprint. So that's coming your way. Be on the lookout. But if you made it this far and you're like, yes, I want to implement all 4 steps. I'm ready. I want to pay off my med spa device quickly. Be sure to click the link below and schedule a free strategy session. No obligation. We just want to help you really hit the ground running. And one of our med spa advisors will help outline your biggest opportunities and develop a step-by-step plan so that when you get off that call, you are going to be ready to hit the ground running and implement our 4 steps to paying off your med spa device. Now, at the end of that call, if you are feeling like you are going to want to get a little bit more help in implementing these 4 steps, then by all means, we'll schedule an additional follow-up call and share with you how we can help you. We really just want to add value and help you hit the ground running. And so we are happy to offer you a free, no obligation strategy call. Be sure to click the link below.